Right, this is. Let's have a look. Alright, let's stick it back in. Yes. Alright, so I've come down here just to look at the few classic cars that that they bring down here each month, right? In the UK, London. It's Lower Marsh. And this is the first one that I've seen. Look at it. You know, I like to bring some positive stuff to you guys that's going on in London. And actually, do you know what? I just realised I haven't even started at the beginning. Let's start at the beginning. Alright, look at this one. All this is wood. That's how they used to make these cars back in the day. Mercedes. And the roof is kind of like a I don't know if you can see it, but it feels like it looks like, sorry, a kind of I'm just going to ask this guy what it is, yeah? I think it belongs to one of these guys here. Excuse me, who owns the car? You don't know? I just want to know, do you know anything about the roof? What material it is or anything like that? Do you know what material it is? You don't know? Alright, thanks man, thanks. I'll see if I can find out who owns it and then ask them what the roof is made out of, because it's a really weird looking thing. Alright, so we've got this one. Hang on. Let's have a look. So people come down, right, with their personal classic cars to show them off to the public. And that's basically what you're seeing right now. And the thing is, I'm not impartial to a bit of beauty. Quick live just to show you the positive stuff that's going on in London, you know. They just don't make them like they used to, do they, really? Come on, you can't deny that. I am. No, so it don't. Do you know what? Don't worry, man. It's all easy flowing. The colour. Look at the colour on top. Look at the colour. You know what I mean? And now we're resorting to shitty, heavy electric. I mean, at least with these cars, right, they're heavy, but there's a reason. Let's go down to the next one, right?
Sorry.
And you didn't tell me.
Mercedes. Jesus. Didn't they really like made sure that what they made had beauty attached to it. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't just like look at the wheels on it, all down to the detail and that. Oh my god! All right, let me just. I'm not sure what this one is, what the make of it is. Let's have a look. I don't know what it is. I don't know what this is. The roof is canvas, I think. It's a canvas roof. Oh my god, look inside. Look inside. Look. No power steering, by the way. These are pretty heavy vehicles. Imagine that they had no power steering. Let's go down to the next.
Exactly. Yeah. Then go off.
So, if anybody's interested, this happens once a month, roughly around once a month. This one's like a camper. Yeah, this one's a camper van. Me. Yeah, this one's a camper van. It's nice, isn't it? A 1972 Morris A60 with a pop-up roof. Pop-up roof. Oh God, everybody knows what this is. Come on. Everyone knows what that is. Let's have a look. A Triumph, guys, a Triumph. Brands Hatch. 1968 it says on here. 2 litre, Mark 1. Oh my god, look. Somebody, this is either in restoration or somebody just likes it looking worn in. Looks like they've stripped it ready to renovate it, I reckon. Looking at it, that's what it looks like to me. Why don't they get off their bike? Why don't they just get off their bike when they're walking through here? And they're riding through here? I just don't get it. I don't understand. Oh, look at this little thing, look. So this happens once a month, roughly once a month. In London, Lower Marsh Road. I think when it gets a black and silver number plate, right? Just correct me if I'm wrong, but it means that they don't have to pay any tax. They don't have to pay any tax, and they don't have to get an MOT. I think that's what it means. Correct me if I'm wrong, but all of these have got that black and silver number plate. MG. I don't know what this one is. It says Austin Healy on there. Austin Healy. Oh God, stand right in front of me, thanks. Thanks a lot. I just think that's a thumbnail. Oh, let's look inside it. That's just amazing in there. Look. Oh, hang on. Oh, I missed it. I missed the front of it. Look at the lights. It's like craftsmanship, isn't it? Lotus. This one has got a normal coloured number plate, so I'm assuming that he had to pay his 12 quid or 15 quid congestion and £12 ULEZ. So this one is a Jaguar E-Type. Jesus Christ. Sorry for my language. Look at that.
I'll follow you. Which way are you going? I'll meet you at your. Yeah. Are you going to follow me or are we going to leave? I'll follow you. I might take his feet out.
A Ford. That's not a Ford Capri, is it? No, it ain't. No, it's not. Oh, it's a Mustang.
It's a Mustang.
Yeah, it's a Mustang. Let's have a look inside. Look at that, look at that, look at that. That's all leather. That's all lovely leather. Thank you, man. Lovely, lovely, lovely colour. It's just an Alfa Romeo. Alfa Romeo, you know, they had a little bit of a... People didn't really, you know what I mean? They had a problem, Alfa Romeos, being reliable. If I remember correctly, they weren't very reliable. Listen to the car, look, look, look. that not sound like a lion? Yeah, that sounds like a lion. It just sounds shocking, man. Honestly, it's shocking. Shocking noise, isn't it? Shocking sound. You don't make them like they used to. That's for sure. So that one is a, it's a Boxer, Porsche. You know, a friend had a white one, right? And he didn't realise, he had loaned it to another mate. He didn't realise the power. The mate went up the hill, accelerated, smashed right into the curb of the hill. As soon as he let him use it, and it was written off. So don't loan your friends your cars unless they've driven a Porsche or anything like that before. The colour is nice on that one, isn't it?
Benim sesim daha güzel değil mi? Verdiğim.
Right, let's see this type. I know what this is. This is a Triumph, if I remember correctly, is it? No, it's a stag, yeah. It's a stag. That's the end of it. So on Lower Marsh, right, there's also a market down here. So it's a really nice, it's got a nice vibe about it, like all these little shops and that. They're all like boutique type shops down here. And then you've got all the Lower Marsh Market with all like independent sellers and stuff. I'm assuming that this happens every week. Let me just ask somebody here. Excuse me, is the market every week?
It's on every week, yeah.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Monday to Sunday. Monday to Saturday, sorry.
Monday to Saturday, the market is on. But the classic car is once a month.
What is green?
Well, I'm just going to quickly finish off this market, and I've got somewhere else to go. So you can see that they're all like Lower Marsh Affirmation shop, and they're called Affirmation. Looks like it's for black hair products. Love my hair. Yep. Jewelry. I'm assuming that's silver, is it? Yeah, silver rings. I think that's just fashion jewelry. Anyway, let me shoot through this because I've got somewhere to go. You know, I like to show you nice places in London. And this is one of them. Vaulty Towers. Is this a pub? Yeah, it's a pub. Look. Hello. It's like it's like a spooky pub. Look. I'm not gonna go in because I don't want to video people. It's private, yeah. But if you're into that sort of stuff, come down, man, because it looks kind of cool. It looks kind of cool. Looks pretty good. All right, so you got your street food. There's places to sit as well. Look, places to sit, and that is the end of the market. Help protect our amazing planet. Help protect our amazing planet. How can we protect our amazing planet, mate? How do we protect it?
Joining as a member
Yeah.
and allows us to do the work we're doing in 120 countries across the planet. It's David Attenborough's work effectively. He's the
Oh,
voice.
let me just get a picture of that.
He's the voice, we're the action.
Okay.
So everything he stands for is what we're doing in all of the 120 countries.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
Well, from the ground up. So in other words, we train and equip 95% of the world's game rangers, right through to knocking on doors, parliament doors in all 120 countries about net zero carbon commitments, saying to people, this is where you said you'd be by August 2025. Why not? Because nobody's keeping those commitments. What are you going to do about it?
When you say net zero commitments, what do you mean?
So in 2016, all across the planet, all countries made a commitment. All governments made a commitment to reduce carbon emissions by 2030.
Right. Okay.
Right. So they all made these commitments about, and so for example, the last government here, the Tory government, there were 40 net zero carbon commitments. Between 2016 and the time of the election, they'd only completed 4 out of 40. That's 10% in about 55% of the time.
Can I just ask you one question, just to be a devil's advocate, right? Like with the net zero 30,
Yeah.
the UK, which is where we are, yeah, is it produces below 1% of emissions across the world, and you've got China and Pakistan and places like that are doing a lot more. So how is that benefit? I mean, how do
We need to
why
lead
should
by
the
example. So we can't dictate to anybody else unless we're leading by example. We've lost 97% of our wildflower meadows in the UK.
But isn't that to do? I'm just being a devil's advocate, yeah. Isn't that more to do with pesticides and things like that?
No, that's to do with intensive farming. They've just expanded so much that they've removed wildflower meadows. Wildflower meadows are the bees, the beetles, the butterfly, the pollinators.
Right.
One in every. Yeah.
I heard something. I can't even. You might know better than me, yeah. But there was something that they're going to be using a pesticide that would be killing our bees, our natural bees. Can you remember what that pesticide is?
Roundup, I think.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Aren't they still using that? Isn't that going to be contributing to the death of the bees?
It's toxic. It's very toxic, absolutely. And we're campaigning. There are a lot of campaigns, petitions, you name it.
Oh, against those things,
I think it's Bayer. I'm not sure. I maybe stand corrected, but I think it's one of the big pharmaceutical companies doing it. And it's horrendous.
Yeah.
1 in every 3 mouthfuls of food we take is thanks to the bees.
Yeah.
Everything we eat that has colour.
I know the bees are in decline, aren't they? But I think it's just more than just emissions. I think the governments are playing a big role in it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's not just emissions, it's everything. It's everything.
Yeah.
We've also lost 92% of our seagrass meadows.
Let's have a look and see.
Seagrass is the biggest super oxygenator of the planet. 80% of our oxygen comes from the ocean.
Yeah.
Within the ocean, seagrass only occupies 0.2% of the ocean floor because it only grows coastally.
Right.
But it provides 10% of the ocean's oxygen, about 80% of the planet. 8% of the planet's oxygen on 0.2% of the ocean floor.
Right. Thank you, man.
We're replanting seagrass.
Thank you for speaking to me. WWF.
WWF.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Cheers. Have a good day. Okay, so that rounds up my live today. It was only a short one for you guys because it's my first live on this channel. And on this channel, I like to show you the positive sides of London, a UK. So I'm just going to finish this live now. as I'm watching the live, the actual quality of the video is nice, right? So when YouTube gets their hands on it and do their processing, for some reason it turns into pulp. It turns into BS. I don't know why that is. I'm trying my best to make my lives a lot more clearer. So bear with me, guys. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this little short one. I am off into central London, and I'll see you on the next one, guys.